Good morning. It's Wednesday and I'm just going to be going into work for a couple hours, like 2, because my manager last week, he was telling me that people are usually gone by noon the day before Thanksgiving, so that's probably what I'm going to do as well. I decided to schedule a haircut today right after work because it's nearby, like very close to my work, because I have a tiny bit of remaining blonde in my hair. I think you can see that. And those bits, it's starting to get really dry again for the ends. And I want all that blonde gone, you know, because it's so awful to touch and it just gets tangled very easily. It feels awful. I want my hair to be smooth. And since I won't be coloring my hair, hopefully ever again, I don't want to have to deal with that ever again. Yeah, it has been a little bit of a rough morning because I accidentally slept with my contacts on, and I woke up at 6, realized they were on, and I took them off and put them in my Clear Care case. So in case people have never heard of Clear Care, the way it works is, I think it's hydrogen peroxide. It just creates a little reaction inside a little container with your contacts in it, and it really effectively cleans it. But the thing is, you cannot wear them until 5 to 6 hours later. The label says 6 hours, but I say 5 because I have put mine in my eyes by 5 hours, and you can tell that the reaction is done. So this morning I decided to hope for it to be ready within 4 hours, and it burned the fuck out of my eyes. Only once in the past have I ever accidentally directly put some of my contacts with that liquid into my eye, and you're not supposed to because it's fucking painful. It burns like crazy, and it really makes your eyes red. So I guess I had a small version of it this morning because it was barely coated in it, but it was still something I could really feel. So I decided to, for once in my life, I actually never do this, I decided to just go out without my contacts on. So my eyesight isn't atrocious, but it's just nice to live and go out with a clear vision, right? So for me, mainly, it's just that I'm nearsighted. So stuff like signs with text on them, I cannot see them very well at all. Like, I'm trying to test it out right now. The world around me is fine. It's just things are slightly blurry. Like, obviously I can see cars just fine. I can see people just fine. It's just usually text that is a pain because it's a blur. So if I was ever going somewhere new, actually that might not be a problem anymore now that we have GPS. Well, this is awkward. I kind of had a feeling this would happen today, but I normally go into work late, right? And since my manager did say that we do leave early the day before Thanksgiving, I originally was gonna come in earlier because I was like, man, I feel like I'm cheating. I'm only gonna be here for 2 hours by the time I leave. But I was also thinking, like, why should I care so much about that? Because sometimes I tend to worry a lot about micromanaging stuff. Like, I always have this perception that people are very aware of how I'm spending my time at the office in terms of when I go in, when I leave, when I go to lunch, how long my lunch is. So I think about that stuff a lot, and I think about it when nobody even brings it up to me. So it can be really annoying where I feel like I am sort of micromanaging myself, even though nobody really has an issue. So for days like today, you know, I'm overthinking something as simple as this. So I decided to just come in at my regular time, which is kind of closer to 10:30 today, and it's 11:30 right now. And the guy was basically like, oh, hey, if you have your time card submitted and all of that, then feel free to leave. And so I didn't really have anything else to do. I was just doing work, and I was kind of not doing work. But I was like, all right, I'll just leave. I don't need to you know, feel like I'm taking advantage of company time when I do already feel like we give so much of our time to these places. 40 hours a week is a lot of our time for years. I originally scheduled my haircut for 12:30, so that kind of ruins my plans because I just called her and I asked if I could come early, but she was like, oh no, I can't right now. So I need to fuck around for 50 minutes. I could get lunch, but I kind of don't want to. I just ate oatmeal an hour ago. But something I was thinking about that is kind of new for me, a little bit, is originally I was planning to grow my hair out, right? Because I was like, oh, I love long, beautiful hair. I want to curl it. Usually I feel like if your hair is very long and it hits like past your boobs, then it looks very nice curled. But I'm kind of tempted to get it cut short. And I was thinking about something like this. Hopefully that's easily visible. So this is shorter than I usually ever get it. I think I usually get it cut to my shoulders, but this is like right under your, basically where your neck begins or something. And it's like that bob cut. And it's slightly the type of bob where it's longer in the front than the back. I think I kind of want to try it out because I'm thinking that long hair has a lot more maintenance. Long hair can be a little bit annoying, I guess. And I don't go out really anymore, so I don't need long hair. Because to me, long hair is like more you can style it with and more you can do with it. But if I'm home all the time, then less maintenance from shorter hair would be better. Okay, so this is what we have. My concern initially is that the place that I go to is run by Korean women, and I feel like this kind of hairstyle, or this hairstyle I was going for, tends to be more something you see on white girls. So I was kind of concerned that they wouldn't actually know how to cut it properly, and I don't actually think that this cut looks particularly like what I wanted, because she has more layers in this picture, and I don't know if she really layered it much. Although I guess I'm not really sure if I'm too concerned about that. Initially, at first, I feel like I look like a ball, like a dumpling, because my head is so round. I look like a ball. So basically, even though it's not exactly what I wanted, I think it's partially because of styling anyways. They don't really style your hair there. All they do is blow dry it or they straighten it. My last hairstylist, I've talked about him before, Larry from Edison, New Jersey. Oh, I miss that man so much. I actually think maybe next time, if I do plan to go to New Jersey sometime next year, I should try to plan it around a time I need a haircut so I can go to him, because I miss Larry. And I disappeared out of nowhere. He's probably like, where did she go? Even though we never spoke to each other. He just knew I was a regular and we never spoke, but that's the way I like it. I like just getting my hair cut in silence. I don't want to have small talk, you know? I don't really have much planned from here on out because it's going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow and so many days off. Well, 2 days off. So I'm hoping to at least hike one of those days. And then I will be playing Artifact and Dota. Actually, I have been playing Dota lately. I played like 3 to 4 matches these past few days, solo queue, which is surprising for me because normally I'm super turned off playing by myself. But I'm trying to ease into it because I really do love Dota, and it makes me sad that I don't play it. So maybe if I gradually play it more by myself, I will find enjoyment out of it. And a new patch, a huge patch, just came out, so I was trying out some of the heroes and their different abilities. They reworked some abilities. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. There was so many changes this patch, more than any other, I think, in the past. So a lot of people are excited for it, and there is going to be qualifiers for the next major in a week. So that will be something I'm hoping to catch. Hello. So I know I haven't talked about Artifact yet, and I have been playing it since Sunday mid-afternoon. So one thing for sure that I feel a little bit foolish about is that I have been hyping up this game so much for the past few months that after I started playing, I kind of realized that, you know, card games, especially this game, is slow paced, right? People take their turn, they take time to think and strategize, and I am impatient, so it makes it kind of difficult for me to stay focused on the game, because ideally, if you were that super try-hard, you would spend all of your time focused on the game and trying to strategize while they strategize. And I don't know if I always want to do that. I guess it kind of depends. I might have to get more experience first before I realize and determine how try-hard I will be. But I definitely at times find myself tabbing out, and these matches take reasonably long. One complaint, which is just, I guess for me personally, it's not necessarily a complaint, but at times it can be a little bit exhausting when each match takes pretty long. I feel like every single match at minimum seems like it's always closer to 30 minutes, which can feel, I don't know, maybe, I don't remember what Hearthstone was like because it's been a while since I played it, but I think the fact that there's 3 lanes and you have to play all 3 lanes before the round is over does feel like it just extends quite a bit. So I have realized that it's just not a game I can chain play for too long. Who knows? I might change my mind the more I understand it better. So right now I'm definitely not pro by any means. I feel like I definitely make poor choices at times, especially because I don't take the time to thoroughly think out my entire turn and the order I need to do it in. Sometimes the order I'm doing stuff in is not the right way because I didn't think about something or I was rushed to make my choices, which is just my personality, which is not a good thing. So it's definitely, I definitely, of course, find it way more interesting than Hearthstone just because of the complexity. I opened my 10 packs on Sunday, but I don't feel like playing Constructed much right now, mainly because I don't want to buy a bunch of packs, and I tend to find drafting fun compared to Constructed. So maybe after the market opens up, I will buy a few more cards, but for now, I'm not really interested in it. Their version of Arena, Hearthstone Arena, is the Gauntlet, and it requires a ticket, an event ticket to play it. So similar to Arena, it costs money, but in this game, you can't actually use online currency to buy it like gold in Hearthstone, so you actually have to spend money. So I haven't done an event ticket Gauntlet yet because I want to kind of be better at drafting before I do an official one, but I'm getting a little bored of casual draft, so I might do an event ticket one soon. I don't think I really have many issues with the game. I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm enjoying the aspect of thinking through how to utilize my turns and my cards better. But yeah, for now I'm just learning. I'm also trying to figure out which color I play best. So far I've been mainly playing green and blue, so blue is like weaker heroes with lesser stats, but they have strong spells for later game. And then green is more like creep swarm buffs and mana for like your towers. You get additional mana. It's kind of like druids in Hearthstone. They have innervate, they have wild growth, stuff like that. I'm trying out other colors more, like trying to get a better hang of it before I wanted to do the real Gauntlet, because I did like playing green and blue, but that style of play is kind of worrisome for me because when you have the first round, when your first 3 heroes are deployed, if my blue heroes get matched up with like a red or a black hero, they won't trade evenly, they'll usually die, and that feels awful because I don't want to lose a hero in the first round just because their stats are lower, and I won't necessarily have the right spells in the very beginning of the game to even out that discrepancy. So I think I read on Reddit that life coach says he doesn't like blue because of that weak stat bit, which I kind of agree, which is why I'm trying to play more red and black right now. Black seems to be doing very well. Green is actually very good. I like green a lot. So I'll probably try to avoid blue when I draft, but they do have good spells though. So if they have good spells that come up in the draft, maybe I will fit them in as a third color. Otherwise, for now, I am mostly doing double colors, 2 only. Have here. Are you gonna pick up the stick and throw it around? You don't even need me to play with you. Right. Oh. Wow, she would rather play with a stick than continue hiking. Hey, let's go. Let's go, come on. Today is Thanksgiving, and since I went hiking last year with Shane on Thanksgiving, I decided I wanted to do it again. So today I am in Campo, and I'm really hoping it's pretty abandoned here today. Oh, hold on. Elevation. So yeah, I haven't been hiking in a while. Honestly, this morning when I showered, it felt so weird having my hair so short. Even when I was washing my hair, I kind of realized that I can save money on conditioner from not having to use any, because my hair is so freaking short. Like, there's no reason I need to use any because it's not really tangled or anything. But yeah, I woke up really late. I kind of got out of bed by like 1 o'clock. So at first I was thinking it's too late to go hiking because daylight ends so early now. I feel like it starts to fade by 4 o'clock, maybe even earlier. Let's do some recall. Oh, never mind. She's coming back on her own because I stopped. Good girl. It's actually really great. I like that she does that. Like, if she realizes I stopped without me having to call her, she just starts coming back, which is good, so I don't lose this one. And another thing that I find a little comical with her nowadays is ever since I started feeding her the appropriate amount, oh great, she found another stick. What are you doing with that? Your little paws. Hey, Jesus. Go. Okay, we're not playing with that. Leave it. Good, let's go. Come on, let's go. But yeah, something that I obviously, since I started feeding her more food, the area right, how do I explain it? Like her shoulder area, like her chest area, or like the area right before her stomach, near her front legs, that hunch of body, whatever you want to call it. I just find it kind of cool how it's so chunky now. Like she feels kind of curvy. Just so much muscle there. Muscle and meat there now. Come. Good. Good job. You are getting out of my vision. Break. Good. All right, we continue onwards. Go, 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 go. All right, she's done. Look how much she disrupted the dirt. Hello, I'm finally back to my car, and damn, it got pretty cold pretty quickly. So originally I didn't even know if I wanted to hike today because of the weather. It's gonna be like in the 60s for a couple days, but around my house it was sunny, so it was actually really nice. But out here, Campo, the sun wasn't out much, it was pretty cloudy, which was fine for the first half of the hike, but by now. It's like past 4. It's cold. My hands are cold. I can barely move them very easily. My eyes feel weird. They kind of feel like they're burning. Like slight burning sensation where it's just like not comfortable. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. This is a pretty good workout. My knee has actually been acting up again lately, which is disappointing, but I have been trying to do my stretches, my exercises, knee specific focused, and rolling out my legs daily just to address that problem, because I was concerned that my knee would be awful for hiking today, but it was actually pretty manageable. So I just need to make sure I stay on top of it, because there was a time where I didn't feel shit in my left knee anymore, but now it's coming back. So I need to be good about it. Okay, I'm gonna head home.